the most important thing is that the experience and what you took from it and what you can use to like move forward in it.
Yeah, of course.
Um, so how was obviously you went? It was only a 6 month loan in it,
Nah, that was full season.
full season, but it started 6 months in it, and then you just rode it out.
Yeah. And then because it was meant to be a 6 month loan, and then it got to January, and they obviously wanted to extend it
Yeah.
to carry on for the obviously the promotion push.
Damn. How was it when obviously you left there and then you came back to the parent club and then was you thinking like, okay, cool, like I've done a lot this year, like I can maybe push and try to stay here?
Um, I didn't come back at all actually.
So
I stayed at Newport because obviously I knew that it was gonna get extended because I'd already spoken to the manager at Bristol and stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, we feel like you should stay and try and get a promotion."
oh damn.
So I stayed at Newport during the whole negotiation and stuff, and they kind of just extended it for another 6 months, exactly the same as it was before.
Oh, that's light then. So how was the transition to
Yeah,
obviously Plymouth last year, innit?
yeah. That one was a bit of a sticky one to be honest, because at the beginning of the season, the manager told me like I want you to stay. So obviously, I didn't go on loan anywhere, and then probably like 3 weeks later, we signed a midfielder for about 8 million. So then, so then I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
And
bro.
obviously by then it was too late for me to get another loan because everyone already got their replacements in because obviously the
Ah,
club had said I'm not available. So I
oh,
just spent 6 months just on the bench, training with the first team, playing 23s games. And yeah, that was quite frustrating. So then obviously it got to January and obviously the League One clubs, because obviously I'd already played League Two, the League One clubs that I was speaking to or potentially could have gone to on loan had already got replacements because they didn't think I was available.
yeah.
So then Plymouth came up in League Two, and obviously at first I was a bit um what's the word? I can't really
Like
remember the word, but
hesitant
I didn't
kind of
really want to
thing.
go back to. Yeah, I didn't really want to go back to League Two, but
Yeah.
um when I got there, all of that changed because I could tell this was a club that was on the up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It was a club that was like well run, was like ambitious, and the manager and the staff there was all like really good. They all knew what they were doing. Um, couldn't wait to like get me in and start playing, and I played like literally the first game, and then got automatic promotion
Damn.
like by the end of the season.
Fam, how are you gonna score your goal against the club that you were at the last time?
Honestly, do you know what it is? I don't even want to say too much about that one because I was getting some absolute abuse from Newport fans, man.
So,
Yeah, man, that was rough.
what do you
But
call
you
it?
know,
Did
it's your job, isn't it? It's your job. You got if the opportunity comes, I'm now playing for Plymouth, and I have to do my job. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Did you celebrate?
but yeah, that's crazy. Only a little bit, man. Well, obviously, that was my first goal for the club, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you gotta celebrate,
So I was
fam.
excited, man.
Nah, I feel
But
that. I
yeah,
feel that. So obviously all of that in the past and you've done well, man. I've been watching from America and it's like I'm really proud of you. Obviously, like you're doing your thing anyway, you know it. Um, but
safe, bro.
how are you feeling like going into this season? Obviously, like you're now back.
Yeah, I'm obviously yeah, I'm back at Bristol now, so I'm optimistic. Yeah, hopefully can just play as high as a level as I can, because that's what any player wants really. So hopefully I've showed showed obviously the new manager and the new staff coming in that I've got enough to. help them in the championship this year.
No, for sure. Little thing on like games and stuff. How and like criticism. How do you deal with it? Or does it really touch
Um,
you or nah?
I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't really. I don't really mind it too much, if I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest. Because obviously in the industry, you gotta be tough skinned. You know what I mean? You gotta be strong mentally, and I don't really get worked up on it too much. Because in sport, really in general, one day you're the main man, next day you're a villain. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I don't really get too worked up on the praises or the criticism. So
for sure.
you gotta kind of just keep working either way.
How do you deal with not playing when you think you should be playing?
Um, I don't know because you can feel quite hard done by in them kind of scenarios. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I think you just gotta carry on believing in yourself. Keep
yeah,
working hard and keep showing why you should be in that position.
yeah,
Because there's quite a lot of people that kind of just start sulking and start feel sorry for themselves, and that kind of plays into their hands. They just say, "Well, that's why." You know what I mean?
yeah.
Even if you do deserve to be playing, they're always going to look for that excuse, and I feel like you should
That's
do
true,
your
you know.
best to make sure that they don't have it in it.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, I think sometimes that's a bit of character testing. Like managers will do that
Yeah,
just to see how you react, and if you react the wrong way, then you're in trouble still.
exactly. So that
So
can, and obviously the impression that they have is hard to shake. So once they get that impression that you're a sulker, it's hard to kind of shake that one off.
no, for sure. How do you if there's anything you could change in your career so far, what would it be, if anything? Just one.
Hmm. Um, I don't know, because I feel like everything. I'm quite a strong believer that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I never really think, oh, if this had happened or if that had happened. So I've never really thought about that one.
Yeah.
I don't really
Nah.
know.
Yeah, I always try to ask people that because obviously you can't change anything, and I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. But I feel like there's always maybe one situation that just if you could change it, maybe you could change it, kind of thing, innit?
Yeah. Um, it might be maybe I wish I didn't um leave Luton so early, maybe.
Yeah,
Because obviously when I left, that's when it started going up, and now they're obviously in the championship where I am now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I feel like maybe I could have been involved in that kind of rise in the club.
True.
Either way, I'm obviously happy with how it's turned out, but
Yeah.
you know, being that being obviously my boyhood club would have been obviously nice to kind of take them to where they are now, and
No, for sure. Were you like skeptical in leaving per se so early? Because like you see it nowadays, like sometimes the thing is it can happen either way. You could have stayed, maybe they're not in the position they are now, and then
yeah, exactly.
you could have left as you did, and like now they're in the position they are, and you're in the position that you am. Um, so like I don't know, it's a weird one. But
Yeah.
do you feel? How did you feel like when you left? Did you feel that it was a totally good decision, or was it?
I think for me, I thought it was a good decision, because I
Yeah,
wouldn't have done it if I didn't think it was right for me. So yeah, I'd say at the time it was the right thing for me. But obviously, sometimes later on you think, oh, maybe that wasn't, or but
yeah,
at the time you're 100% sure like this is it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
A quick one. Who's the best player you've played with and the best player you've played against so far?
To be fair, I've got quite a few because I'd say the best player I played with. I don't know if you were there when he was there, but this is gonna be so like weird. But Paddy McCourt, do you remember him?
I wasn't there when he was there,
You
but
might have not been there,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but honestly, like just off natural ability, he was unbelievable. So I'd probably say Paddy McCourt or Casey Palmer.
Oh, Casey, sheesh.
Yeah, very very good players, bro.
So,
But uh, uh played against, I'd probably have to say David Silva from that City game.
yeah.
Ridiculous.
Do you know what? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a quick political question. Yeah. Do you think
Mm.
that Phil Foden is gonna be as good as David Silva, as they project to be?
The thing is, I played against both of them that day, and you can tell that Phil Foden's gonna be something in the game. And that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna reach the heights of obviously what Silva was like, because obviously at one point Silva was ripping up the whole Premier League. So,
Um,
and obviously I rate him very highly. So I don't know. I feel like he has the potential to do it,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but obviously potential and actually fulfilling it are two different things, isn't it?
No, for sure. But bro, if you have any piece of advice for any young players coming up, even though you're young anyway, like what would you tell them in it?
I think all I would say is never stop learning. Because I know a lot of good players that were good when they were younger and have kind of faded off because they thought they've made it. You know what I mean? Like I'm sick now.
Yeah, yeah.
There's always someone better than you. So I would just say carry on learning and believe in yourself.
No, for sure, man. All right, thank you so much for your time, fam. I really appreciate it. I
No
really
worries,
appreciate it.
bro.